Joining us now in Studio B, BYU men's basketball assistant coach Chris Burgess, taking the seat after Blaine Fowler and looking to one-up him. Chris, good luck with that.
What's up, Chris?
How you guys doing?
We're great. Not as good as you guys, though. You went to Italy. How was Italy?
It was amazing. I was telling some people we're really spoiled and we're really fortunate to be able to do something like that as a team. But it was amazing. Amazing country, amazing history. We got to see so many different sites that it's once in a lifetime, and then we got to play some games and win some games, right? And so overall, fantastic trip.
What was your favorite part of the trip? I know that's a tough question.
Probably the day we went to Capri Island. We were in Naples, and then we took a boat out to Capri, and we went to like the Blue Grotto, which was really cool. And then we went around to the other side of kind of the island, and we all jumped out. There's probably some pictures online where all of them were in the water. So we're just kind of hanging out in the water and jumping off the boat as safe as we could be. But it was fantastic. Like that part, there's so many, like I could talk about everything, Colosseum and Rome and all these things, but probably the Capri Island and the boat trip was everyone's favorite.
That's amazing, and it's so fun to be able to not only go to these places on BYU's dime, but also to take the team with you. Yeah. And you did this did you have an international trip in college?
I did, my senior year.
Did you have two or just one?
Just one, my senior year.
Because you had a chance at two, right? Since you transferred?
I transferred. I missed it, though, but okay. I got one.
The one at Utah or Duke?
Utah.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Italy, France, Spain, and then I think like Monaco.
Whoa, was it like one day in each country?
Yeah, we were like one day at each country. We were taking trains, we were taking buses,
wow.
We were all over the place.
That's awesome.
And no Coach Majerus on the trip too, which was a bonus.
Why didn't he go?
He wasn't. I don't think he was cleared to travel yet. With probably a heart condition. But
okay.
It was something where he wasn't cleared to travel at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a health issue.
Gotcha. And you get it, like you said, you get to play some games.
Yeah.
So. How did you manage, hey, enjoy this?
Yeah.
We want team camaraderie. And generally a team that takes this foreign trip is a closer team going into that season, 100%. Right? Yet you want to play well in the games.
Yeah, so we met about it as a staff like a month before the trip, how we were going to manage these games, because we're sightseeing and the guys are on their feet, and all of us as a staff, we played and we remember these trips. And remember, it takes it out of you when you're walking, you're listening to tour guide, you're doing all these things, and then you got to play a game and you want to win. So we brought 17 players and we did 2 different groups that played the first and third game and the second and fourth game. And that way everybody got to play. And everyone got to play, everyone got to contribute, and we won all 4. But somehow we scheduled perfectly where we were able to go 4-0. So put it all over the scheduling that got us some wins. But it was some good teams and some teams we slaughtered.
Chris Burgess, BYU men's basketball assistant coach on BYU Sports Nation. What did you learn about your team specifically in those 4 games?
We got some guys who can pick up the ball. We got some guy like Connor Harding, the way he picked up full court and turned his guy, like that to me was something we haven't coached in the last 4 years and we're excited about. Yoli changing kind of the perspective and narrative of what people in the scouts are saying about him, that he runs like a 5 and he can't shoot and he can't do, but like he was bringing the ball up, hitting guys. Like I think at one time he had 7 assists, but he had 15 assists opportunities. So I mean, that's amazing. There was 8 assists that he made that just didn't go in. They were good shots. And so I thought Yoli being able to play a role that we recruited to bring him back, I thought he did that. And then Jake Toulson, and I've known this because I've coached in the last 3 years, is a big-time voice and a leader that's going to hold these guys accountable, that's going to play really, really hard, and he's going to make shots. So we have a talented roster, and guys know that, but we also have some role players like Dalton Nixon who are going to give their all in terms of having no agenda but to win.
Did you have any weird situations where it was like crazy hot or humid in the gym or anything weird like that?
It was awesome. I kept quiet about it because I lived overseas for 11 years, and there's no air conditioning in the summer. They just didn't have it. Like even if you want to turn it on, they can't.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. No, like in the basketball gyms.
In the gyms, okay.
The rims are going to be like playing outside in the chain, like double rims. So these guys had to deal with no air conditioning. I mean, literally we had Nate Austin and I think Rob Ramos, our trainer, on each end of the court with towels after every play, just because you're just sweating. So there was one possession, and I hope Jake's watching, but Jake is kind of in the bottom help side defense and the guy drive. He literally just gets out of the way because he thought he was going to slip and fall.
Oh.
Right? And
because it was so wet.
It was so wet.
Oh, wow.
It was so wet.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, That's just European international basketball, things we take for granted here in the States. You're not going to have air conditioning. You're not going to have a water fountain, right? You got to bring your own water. You're going to have all these things. So those guys who want to play professionally, and if it does go overseas, a little eye-opening.
Let's talk about the Powerade situation.
Yeah.
Because I think Bobby and his wife went and fetched Powerade like 5 miles on a train and a mile walking or something. What happened?
So the guys wanted Powerade. We're going to get them Powerade, and there's not like 7-Elevens or Maverick stores. And so I think Bobby and his wife were out walking anyway, and we got a text. He got a text. And so he kept going from store to store to store. And then, you know, at some point he found it and they walked all the way back. So it might have been a 5-mile round
Oh, you're saying
trip.
It was less? But
it might have been 5 miles. I wasn't
Hey.
on the trip, but he told us all about it.
A rising shout-out nominee to Bobby Hordusky for doing the work,
I did it that day. Yeah, I already mentioned my rising
That's right.
shout-out
That's
for
right.
that.
You did.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Chris Burgess with us on BYU
Allegedly
Sports
5
Nation.
miles, yeah.
So when you look at your team, there is some roster shakeup. You're not going to have Yoli for the first 9 games, unfortunately. Zach Sellius gets hurt. So what are you doing to kind of shore up the roster now, knowing that those 2 key components aren't going to be there in the early part of the schedule?
Well, we're going to start that come these workouts, probably starting next week. And guys like, we're fortunate. We have Dalton Nixon. We have Colby Lee. We have Gavin Baxter. We can slip to different positions, right? He can play the 4 and the 5. And so we're going to need guys to step up. Trevin Nell just getting off his mission. We're going to need minutes from him. We're going to have to slide Jake probably 2, 3, and 4 at those positions. We're going to have to slide Connor Harding 2, 3, and 4, right? Coach does a really good job of playing the guys that are going to help you win as opposed to what position you are. So Yoli's really good. Everybody knows that. We saw that on the trip. We're like, holy cow, this guy's, we're going to have to figure it out.
And now he's running the floor.
Yeah, he's running the floor. That's right. He's running the floor. He's bringing the ball up. But we have a talented enough roster and guys who are going to step up and seniors, right? Pretty heavy senior team. So we're going to figure it out. But we're going to have to start doing that the first official day of practice.
Did Zach Sellius, did he break his foot? Was it in a game?
Yeah, it was just one of those freak things where there was a shot up and he was planted and ready to turn and run on offense. And as he was turning, the other player from their team just kind of stepped on his foot. And as he turned, right, he was pushing down. Zach's trying to go the other way. He knew it right away. He came over to coach right away. And you could tell on his face. And so, he's recovering. So we'll hopefully get him back for the first week.
And that part stinks too, but he had to miss the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
He had to come home and have surgery. It's like,
Yeah, that's why I was like,
That
man, it's
stinks.
surgery, but no Coliseum, no Capri Island. It was a bummer for him, but we're obviously supportive and praying for him and hoping he heals properly.
All right, Zach Sellius, get better, man. We're thinking about you as well. Chris, it's great to talk to you, man.
Good talking to you guys.
It's nice to recap the tour of Italy.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for what you brought us back.
15 pounds overweight, that's what I brought back.
Some breadsticks or something? Come on, man. Thanks, Chris.
That is hilarious.